Welcome back to Base Sunday. Adopting a child can be a daunting task. Our next guest is making it much easier to help your family grow. She is the founder and the CEO of Adoption Connection, based right here in the Bay Area. It's been creating families now for over 30 years, and her model is now a nationwide standard. How's it all work? Let's find out and say hi to Lynne Fingerman, who is an adopted parent herself. How are you?
I'm just fine, thank you.
Good to have you aboard. Well, we were chit-chatting before we went on air. So you adopted a child.
I did.
There was an agency that you either worked with or knew about, and you came and spoke to them. Tell us how this all happened.
So I actually adopted a child working with an attorney. Agencies weren't really doing very many adoptions then, but it turned out that there was a nascent program beginning through Jewish Family and Children's Services, actually in San Francisco. They were creating a totally non-sectarian program, really looking into to getting a license to have an adoption agency as a semi-autonomous program of the larger agency. And I came in to start running workshops for them. And then they said, you know, how would you like to take over creating this program? And I said, that would be great. I'm a social worker. I had done a lot of program development, a lot of training, and of course I had a personal passion about adoption, because we had at that point a not quite 2-year-old little girl. And so I thought it was a wonderful idea and a wonderful opportunity. So I had to do a quick study and really what were, you know, the regulations and the laws about how to about agency adoptions. We created an application to submit to the state. We got licensed. And then I had to sort of say, well, how are we going to do adoptions? And from the beginning, based on my own experience, but more on the reading that I was doing and the new research that was coming out about infant adoptions, I really believe that adoption should, the locus of control for adoption should be with adoptive parents and birth parents. In those days, agencies really sort of controlled things. They chose what baby was going to go with what family, and there were a lot, in the past, a lot of different ways things were done. I really believe through the research and the experience I had that there was no reason for that. That the key parties here were the woman who was pregnant who wanted to place her baby and the people who wanted to adopt her baby, and that if I could educate them and guide them, they were perfectly in good shape to make their own decisions and plans.
And well, now your model is a national model.
Yes, it is. Congratulations
on that.
Thank you.
Take us through the process. You have a birth mother that wants to put her daughter or son up for adoption. What happens? Well,
usually, in almost all cases, that woman is pregnant. So she doesn't have a daughter or son yet, but she will have one. And it was usually an unplanned pregnancy. And she has come to a very difficult decision, or is exploring the possibility of what to do with this baby when the baby's born, and will she be able to raise this baby? She might be considering abortion if it's early on, or she might be considering all the options, which are abortion, raising that baby, or placing the baby for adoption. And if she feels that she's not equipped to raise that baby, and for whatever reasons abortion is not possible or good for her, she'll start considering the possibility of placing that baby for adoption. We counsel with her. If she's local, we meet with her. We spend long time with her. We have paperwork to go over with her. And if she feels that adoption is right, mostly they're open adoptions. We tell her the options. We give her couples write letters, they're called Dear Birth Mother letters, that tell people all about them. And a birth mother gets a chance to learn about lots of couples, meet couples, and decide who are the right people for her baby. Wow. And on the other side, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. On the other side, who are these people? Can you be too old? Your education? Do you have to own your own home? All those questions?
No, no, and no, I think is the answer.
Okay.
You don't have to own your own home. There has to be a place for a baby, but there doesn't even have to be a separate bedroom. The point is, are you ready to be parents?
Yeah.
And are you prepared to be parents? And are you financially able, not being wealthy, but just to take care of the needs of a baby? Yeah. You don't have to own your own home. There's no requirement of education. And the age you are, first of all, the adoptive parents decide if they feel that they're of the right age to adopt. And second of all, a birth mother decides if they're the right people to adopt. And age doesn't really enter into it. It's that group of people. Does the birth mother feel these are the right people, and do they feel that she's the right woman?
Are you busy?
Yes, we are busy.
I bet you are.
and the program is changing all the time. It's really, it's become a program which is a lot on the internet now. Birth mothers learn about us from the internet. Adoptive parents learn about us.
It used to be books that you'd have to pick
That's
up,
right.
and now you can stay at home and go, oh, I like these people, or I like that child.
But we really want them to come in,
Sure.
and we meet birth parents, and we meet adoptive parents, and we have educational programs, and we're local and available to them.
All right, Lynne, well, thanks so much for coming in and chatting.
You're
All the
welcome.
best. All the best. For more information about Adoption Connection, log on to adoptionconnection.org. That's adoptionconnection.org. Back with more Bay Sunday right after the break. Stay there.